Well, the good news in the housing market is not always good news for people who want to get into the housing market. The latest numbers on pending home sales from the National Realtors Association shows us that contracts, the pending home sales, people signing contracts, rose 7.5% in October over September. And analysts had expected it to not be that big an increase. Good news on one hand, but bad news when you consider the supply of housing is shrinking. And for those who are trying to get in, it is tough. Let's talk about all of this and where it's headed with Tim Rood. He is SitusAMC's Managing Director. It's good to have you back into the stream, Tim. Thank you for joining us. Is it time really perhaps for home buyers to just sit out and wait? Because eventually there's going to be a correction, I think, or am I wrong?
Well, they're getting squeezed at all sides. It's like, where are they going to go? I mean, you see the rent prices are actually going up at double-digit rates as well. Single-family rates are going up 15%. So, I mean, I don't know what you're supposed to do. I did see a little bit of this head fake, shuffle step, whatever you want to call it, over the summer, where buyers, clearly first-time home buyers especially, they were burned out, fatigued, they were priced out, and they took a breather. And then, the epitaph on this housing recovery was written and talked about time and time again, only to get picked up again, in September, really hard in October. And even though inventories are down 25% year over year, which was unthinkable, you still have this insatiable demand on the other side of this thing. So it's just hard to count this thing out. It should moderate, obviously, in 2022 as rates go up a little bit, things like that. But it's anybody's guess. I'd still handicap it going up.
And I hear you. Being old enough now to have lived through different housing downturns. I grew up in South Florida. My dad was a real estate attorney, and talk about boom and bust. I mean, the 1970s were not an easy time. But looking at today's environment, when you see these price gains, when we get Case-Shiller, it's Phoenix. They have no water, but Phoenix is on fire. And then there was an article, when you're on the Drudge Report, it's either good or bad, right? And the headline on Drudge was an article about Austin, Texas, now among the least affordable cities in the country. Has the golden goose, are we about to cook this goose? Because if you can't buy a house in Austin, what good is it?
Yeah, I think so. You saw the top metro areas, I think it was at a top 10, I think half of them were in Arizona, another half was in Florida. And then you've got like Boise, Idaho, and Austin, Texas. And those were like 30% year over year kind of numbers. So again, it's one of these things where it's clearly going to have to moderate. Interest rates have been bailing out the home price appreciation, so allowing it to happen. But fundamentally, you just can't run away from these demographics. You still have right now the largest tranche of millennials coming of age. They're turning 29, 30 to 32, 33 over the next year or so. And that's the biggest tranche. And these are people also, they're going to start new households. You have 50% of 20-year-olds that have been living at home with their parents because they could go to school, remotely, work remotely. And then those ones are going to come online. And ultimately, that's going to put more demand on rentals first, but will somehow manifest eventually into home ownership. So again, it's still going to be going up. You can't get away from anything because you still have rents going up. So, right. Yeah, I mean, it's just a terrible situation. Go ahead, Em.
As we both know, though, markets never go up forever. And, if you're a good mathematician out there, there's got to be a way to track. You've got the household formation among the millennials. That's one factor. But you've also got the fact that we're at a deficit for housing construction that goes back to the Great Recession of 2008. So if you can figure out what the deficit was and then somehow extrapolate the household formation numbers, you can probably, I would think, maybe Jared Blickery, because he actually writes algorithms, is the one to do this. You might be able to time out when this market peaks. Is anybody looking at that?
I'm sure. I mean, there's a lot of people looking at it, but you have to compare it to, again, what's the alternative? As we talked about before, obviously jokingly, you've got 330 million Americans and they've got a bias towards living indoors. So, I mean, they could obviously all move back home. You could have an intergenerational sort of housing structure, this kind of paradigm where, grandparents are living with their kids and the grandkids are living with the parents or whatever. I mean, it certainly has happened in other countries. So maybe that's a realistic way to play it. But fundamentally, you've got to figure out how to build more supply, because for the last 10 years, to your point, we've been underbuilding by about 200,000 units a year when you compare it to household formations. And it's going to take, even if construction doubled, which is incomprehensible for a number of reasons. Even if it doubled, it would take 20 years to catch up to ultimate demand. So yes, supply and demand will balance out over time if you could figure that out. Costs will moderate. But again, there's really no alternative that's so, desirable that would really knock out the traditional home ownership market, the home buyer market. Even worse, Adam, is I'm trying to think through, this is the first market where you've got now the government, 95% of the government of the loans are backed by the federal government, one way or the other, or quasi-federal when you consider Fannie and Freddie. I just don't, when that blows up, if it goes up, what happens?
Well, that's okay. So you've just made the hairs on the back of my neck stand up, because that was part of what got us into the problem, the unintended guarantee, the problem of 2007 and 8. Now, many of these mortgages being issued today, though, I mean, they have some real validity. The liar loans are something of the past. But are you saying that that's a threat to us, that we haven't reformed Fannie and Freddie yet, and now that the government essentially has skin in the game on just about every mortgage in the country, we're set up for some kind of problem?
Well, I think the word you're looking for, and that haunts me at night, is moral hazard. Right. So that was what we talked about in the financial crisis, when we were essentially, government was demonstrating that they didn't have the stomach to default businesses or people, which, again, during the exigent circumstances like that, you have to be charitable. Now, that was when the government was backing 40% of the market. Now, this is starting to draw a parallel, which really drives me crazy or terrifies me. You're drawing a parallel to the student lending market, where the government said, you know what, banks, who needs them? They're making too much money on this. We'll step in and do that for you. So then any person who wanted to go to any college was able to do that. Tuition rates went through the roof. Defaults went through the roof. And then you ask these people, what's the likelihood of you paying these things back? 50% of them say government's going to forgive it anyway. Do you see that play out in the housing market? Boy, howdy, we got some serious trouble, and we are heading that direction.
What's your advice if you were talking to a 23-year-old woman or man? What would your advice be about the housing market?
Look, I still love the housing market, but it's local. You can't look at it in the macro sense. You're seeing, if you could, the markets that are getting hot when there is any inventory are now more likely in the Midwest and a little bit in the South. You can't look in the expensive coastal areas anymore. The expensive urban areas are still too priced out. So I'd say you've got to, don't chase the market too hard. Be alert. See if you can get into a starter house. But the starter houses right now, Adam, are less than 20% of the transactions. That's 300,000 and less. So chase it, but be responsible and make sure you don't pay more than like 4 times your income, right? It should be 2 or 3 times your income, just in terms of the house that you buy, or up to 6 times. But in some markets, you still can get something affordable in that 2 to 3 times median income.
The other bit of advice might be suck up to grandma and grandpa and make sure you're in the will. Tim Rood, SitusAMC Managing Director, always good to see you. We'll be right back.